And now the question becomes, can he take what he did in the Mountain West into high-level college football? He pitches it out to the edge.
Part of that New Mexico triumvirate on offense.
Now the first run is straight up the middle. And
good on this first drop.
one of the best total offenses in college football.
Inside John Vons, replacing all the probably.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 88. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Also a tight end.
Motion Parker out the backfield, tight window.
Ball on that inside armpit to let it turn up.
First third down of the night. Pull to the right, throw to the left. And Utah converts out to the edge again with their two-way.
As Turner as a DB, doing it all.
He got 11 on that play, and this is where Dampier is excellent on the run to his right.
Exactly.
Please do that after 4 different starting quarterbacks last year.
Pump and go.
Not there. Dampier to his left, to the end zone, off the hand. And the 100. Big fella's in there on 3rd and short, and Utah moved to punch it ahead on 3rd down. Now inside the red zone for the first time.
Play assignment football against a guy like Dampier, and space is his friend.
And Nate Johnson in there in motion, and Dampier keep in starting games fast.
Zero blitz.
And out to the edge, it opens up, and a first and back comes in. And those numbers.
Not only athletically, but his leadership style, his leadership skills, and another wide open receiver on play action.
Accurate. Great finds from Olympus for Utah. Walk-on defense. How do they handle the physicality of this big front? It likely sends 2 tackles to the NFL after this year.
Did not cross the neutral zone, so
Dampier crossing him up. And run a danger. Dampier has him on the edge of the red zone again. Smith-Snowden, 3rd catch already. Averaging almost 7 yards a rush early in this game. That looked like it was off the motion. They give it. Snowden active and prominently featured. Now Dampier taking off. And UCLA rallies to him. Jaber point on a 75-yard drive first time. Back to the red zone again on a 2nd down. Dampier, nobody home. He's dancing again. He's got space out to the right. Now it closes, and he's drive. 4 of 4 overall for Utah. It's Snowden out the other way, weaving out of a tackle. He's got the first down. He jukes it.
when you see these guys in person.
UCLA showed a little edge pressure. Dampier escapes the other way through the cotton.
On 2nd and 2.
Everything has been short yardage on conversion downs for Utah. All day for Dampier. He's pointing. He's got nowhere to go, but out the back.
First down.
And back to the ground where Utah has chewed up a bunch of yards already. Already over 100 yards on the night. But the ball comes. So after all that, it ends up being short yardage again. Burst and doing this against a good run defense the last couple of years. Open. They think it'd start for them at defensive end eventually. So a long field for the first time tonight for Devin Dampier. Nate Johnson, former starting quarterback in there. He's just a decoy. And they throw Moiai in there as an extra blocker. And Dampier running behind him. And those guys up front get him off their own goal line. Dampier taking a shot.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And a first down by penalty on a drive that started at their own 5. Now escaping out the back. And that's another first down. Utah has been literally unstoppable tonight on their 4th drive of the night. Looking for another score, and that was all. Boy, Anderson, slow-mo always makes it look worse. Back to the ground after the shot. And a few first downs. And now in plus territory on 3rd down. Dampier around the edge. They can try it if they get to the 40. That shrinks this 2-minute situation. There's a fake pitch out to the edge, and Dampier's got the first. One timeout in their pocket. Utah to the outside.
That was a great job by her. She got in front of it, protected the lens.
Took it off the ball on a 3rd down. And Dampier keeps himself. He's met in the hole, but
spike it here. If you execute it correctly, and 2 men on the field.
Dampier has has it. Definitely.
Trying to
Field
do the
substitution.
math.
Defense, 12 players on the field. That penalty is declined. Second down.
Good.
So in range to try it with one timeout on a field goal at the end of the half. They have more in it. Dan Pierce surveying. Running out of time to the sideline.
That's right.
So 4 of 5. Scoring in the first half. Their first drive of the second half. Run on the edge.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
The first one also came on the opening drive of the first half for Utah. And they keep it on the Pierre, his quarterback. Good start. Pressure backside. Chisholm couldn't get home. He spins out. This is what he does. He demoralizes the pass. 7 of 8 on third downs. Utah with their first of the second half. Out to Snowden. Race to the sticks. He's out of the defensive back. Has the touchdown, several catches. He's got the ball in his hands again with the line just giving him the ball half his snaps on offense. A long throw. Another one underneath in a row. Dampier and Davis. We're back to the ground with and all those guys getting a touch on this drive. This is out to Buchanan outside, and they are brewing.
But probably take a little bit longer to jump.
Patient start of the run for Parker. Powerful faded on third down tonight. Another short one. And ahead for Roger.
Play action home run off this at some point, and they're going to keep pounding it. And again, a healthy quarterback doing these things is the difference.
Well, Snowden got a quick. Was just in the backfield. Now he's out at tight end. And a fake to Snowden. Dampier dances. And 10 in the country in stopping the run. They do stop.
1 yard gain that time for Utah.
Quick set, quick pop. It's caught. Behind all that poundage, another. Vaughn's in the defense for UCLA. They've been on the field for 15 plays. As by the time this ball is snapped, and the run is plays in a row. Vaughn's. Here's the 19th on the move. Dampier is 4th and goal from the 2. Behind his tight ends. Last year, taking over for Danton Lynch. And they had a good second half defensively. Second half of the year defense.
Patch things together against.
And all 5 starters back on the offensive line for Utah. And with inside 14 minutes to go in the game. And Parker slow played it. Number 2 in the country behind Alabama. And over 200 yards on the ground tonight.
Closer inside of 15. As you said earlier, formations, but shift motions, a bunch of empty.
Back-to-back quick hitters, and their freshman tight end who they are at 40 inches for Buchanan. Rogers is
right there.
Dampier steps up, eludes, lets it fly. Open man, Merriweather swings his way.
Ball intelligence, Notre Dame and Cal makes sense.
Utah wide open. 2-point try. Take it, pitch it. And UCLA rallies up with
effort play, a combination action, pressure up front, and Reynolds.
Utah 8 minutes away from 1-0. They give it to Andrews. They flashed him in the backfield all night. And the tight end showing his skills in the run. Who brings up 1st and goal. And out to the edge. And that's definitely played out in real time tonight. On 2nd and goal, it's Rogers turning his. And Pierce's helmet has been locked away for the night. Bird Ficklin in the game at quarterback. A freshman taking his first game at Tulane today. And Utah definitely has the conference's and the country's attention with this group. And here's Ficklin, who has a similar skill set. This is more of the same, translating to the upper level of college football. Ficklin, different guys score touchdowns. 3rd down and 1 for Ficklin in Utah, and another first down.